You're tuned in to Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Yaremchuk, live every weekday on the Nation Network YouTube.
Oh, it is an early morning, but we are back. It's Oilers Nation every day, and the Oilers are looking to continue their point streak and extend it to 12 games. They're taking on the Habs. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Let's get into it with the lead. We are ready to go. Welcome into Oilers Nation every day. As always, coming to you live from the Sports Closet Studio, sportscloset.ca, St. Albert Mall, Sherwood Park Mall, and Kingsway Mall. 3 locations in the Edmonton area. It is a Sherwood Ford Giant game day edition of the show. It's like a double game day edition as well. You got the Oilers at 10:30. You got the Super Bowl at 4:30. The vibes are good. It is a good sports day, and we start the show with an update on the Oilers lineup. No Klim Kostin, this according to Jack Michaels. Foegele is taking warm-ups, so is Devin Shore. If Foegele can play, he will. Edmonton's going to keep rolling with the 11-7. That has given them their 11-game point streak. Stuart Skinner getting the start. He is 3-0 in his career against the Montreal Canadiens. The Oilers got a big win last night. We are going to discuss that and more. But first, we bring in our friend Liam, who said he woke up at, 9:15 and said, I got plenty of time till the show. Then quickly realized you didn't. For early mornings.
It was a tight squeeze on the show today. Everything was done within a nice tight half an hour. But we're here and we're ready to go. And it's going to be exactly the same. And apparently, like you said, Devin Shore is in. Maybe. So that's big.
Well, yeah, if Foegele can't go, you would assume Devin Shore is going to take that extra spot in the lineup, but we will find out closer to puck drop. As always, we are streaming live on the Nation Network YouTube, where Redman is in. He's got the first comment. I don't think I've ever seen him in the chat before, and he grabs the first comment today. He says, let's go Oil. Hope to start a huge sports day with a W and first in the Pacific. Yes, the Oilers with a win could temporarily overtake the top spot in the Pacific Division. It would give them 67 points. The Golden Knights would be sitting at 66. I'm checking the out-of-town scoreboard today. Seattle is in Philly to take on the Flyers, and later this afternoon, the Golden Knights host the Anaheim Ducks. So it might be a short-lived spot stay at the top of the division, I should say, because Vegas does play at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Seattle, like I said, also in action at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So a good out-of-town scoreboard day for Oilers fans, as well as you take a look at the Pacific Division standings there. Is Jay in? Is Jay kicking around? Is he ready to go? Yes, he is. Oh, and an appearance from Baby Crawford as well. Jay, you fired up for a big sports day?
Yeah, I'm pulling double duty here. I'm fired up. Game at 10:30, and then we're going to a Super Bowl party, and one of us is going to be going home earlier than the other. So I'm fired up. All my bets are locked in. I've got a lot of them, a lot of props. I'm probably going to win some. I'm probably going to look at my account and be like, where'd that come from? At the end of the day, and hopefully it's one of the big ones that hits.
What do you got? What do you like?
Oh man, this is such a tough game to pick.
I can't pick a side. I honestly can't.
I'm betting. I'm playing lots of props. So what I did is this is where Betway helps me out a lot. And I went. Yeah. There's 2 pre-built bets I did that both pay like 8 plus 800 plus 700, and one features the Eagles winning and one features the KC winning. So I feel like I've hedged. And then I'm just kind of going deeper on just the little kind of individual props of. I took your advice, Tyler. I believe in the tight ends just like you do in this game. So I went Dallas Goedert on his yards. I went Dallas Goedert TD. Obviously, my boy Trevor Kelsey.
Travis.
He's not my boy, but I respect him a lot. So I'm going to go him on anytime TD is just not worth it at all.
Parlay him and Goddard. That's what I did.
Oh, actually, that's a good call. I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it down.
Liam, what do you like in the Super Bowls? Jay puts his child down.
I honestly have not looked. I'm gonna look probably as I sit down before the game and just start clicking on some stuff. But I think KC wins. I think KC will win it. So I might they're the underdogs, right?
Yeah, they are
Mild.
It's close. They're mild dogs, but
Yeah.
I just remembered. Sorry, Betway has a boost. Both teams to score 20 or more points plus 200. That to me sounds like a fucking no-brainer.
both teams to score 20 plus points is plus 200 on Betway.
Yeah,
I need
boosted.
to find this thing.
I know, that's a good bet. Oh, she's got the remote, so I'll be right back.
All right. Crawford is wreaking havoc on a Sherwood Ford Giant game day edition of the show. Yes, the Oilers are playing, but I am a degenerate, and I need Jay to walk me through on Betway where I can find that plus 200 bet. Maybe we'll make
it's advertised. It's their advertised boost. So go into football, and it'll be their advertised boost. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
It
just seems too good to be true, which always likely means that is the case. Oh my God, she is nuts.
Darn. I went to go hammer it. All right. Liam, let's talk a little Edmonton Oilers. That is why the people are here. Oilers get a big win last night against the Ottawa Senators. Just some notes. Klim Kostin out again today. It's a hand injury for Klim Kostin, I believe, and I don't think it's anything that crazy. So I don't think it'll be a long-term injury. I shouldn't even say hand injury. I know it's not the shoulder is what the word is. So it's something else, and based on how he was holding it, and it's not his shoulder, you can go from there. So Klim Kostin not going to play today, but the Oilers get a big win yesterday. I was on Oilers Nation After Dark with Connor Halley, and really the only thing we kind of nitpicked from the game was that the Oilers kind of let the Senators back into it in the second period there. But outside of that little blip in the second period, Liam, I thought that was a pretty solid game from the Oilers.
Yeah, I thought they played relatively well, and then just the response they had too when Hyman went away, and obviously he's got the penalty shot, 1-for-1 on penalties shots in his career now. So hopefully he stays perfect forever. But yeah, I thought overall it was a pretty solid game from the Oilers. But I think we said it on the show yesterday, like Ottawa does have some good players, so you can't just kind of take it off the brake a little bit, take it off the whatever the saying is. You can't let them in the game, and then
can't take your foot off the gas.
There it is. And then they came in and they did that exactly. But luckily, the Oilers were able to respond. And I thought Campbell played relatively well, too.
Yeah, I thought I would have liked one more save from him to bring that save percentage above 900. There was the one kind of stinker on the Brandstrom goal, which allowed them to tie the game late that I really didn't like. But he made some decent stops throughout that game as well. The big thing for me, and I talked about it was my Sherwood Ford Giant key to victory yesterday, was getting the big dogs going. Jay, Leon Draisaitl was vintage Leon Draisaitl yesterday.
Yeah, he was back, and that was very kind of reassuring to see because the last two games he was so sluggish. So we knew he was going to come back. So that was big. And to Liam's point, like we let him in there and for that little window of time, but it didn't slow us down. It didn't affect us mentally. Like, and also you felt that, I think, from watching the game. Like you just felt like they were going to win, regardless if Ottawa would score a goal to make it down one or tie it. I'm like, just the way they're playing, like more goals are going to come. And you know what? Got to give props to the Bison King. Comes in, hasn't played in a while. You know, all the pressure on the world on him. Big monkey on his back. Comes in, has a great look, great shot, and you know you gotta cheer for that guy.
100%. Yeah, he hit his smile and his fist pump as he went by the bench was awesome. Even McDavid kind of giving him some shoves after the game, and they were joking around. Evander Kane had a big smile on. It kind of gives you, and they talked about it on the broadcast a little bit, but like a little bit of insight into that locker room a little bit. You know, we sit here on the outside and we've been talking about how disappointing it's been for Puljujarvi, and we speculate about a whole bunch of stuff. But it's clear that room was rooting for him there. And that was a huge goal as well. It goes down as the game winner. Derek Ryan and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins also scored in the third period. Also, man, Anton Forsberg, they announced, or the reports are today, double MCL tear, both knees. Oh. How does that even happen? But anyways, it goes without saying he's done for the season. So that was unfortunate at the end of the game as well. Ryan McLeod continued his heater with his 10th, and that assist from McDavid, is that his best assist as an Oiler, or is the one against Chicago, the blind backhand pass to Maroon, still better?
Oh, man, that's tough. Like, that one was so good because, like, he was fighting off two guys to allow time for McLeod. He knew what he was doing. Like, he saw McLeod coming the whole time. Yeah. Like, you can never doubt Connor McDavid's vision or IQ. And for him to, like, just absorb the two trying to check him and then, like, find that beautiful path to McLeod, which was, like, a no-doubter going in. Like, Man, I wish he somehow found a way to score, so I hit my bet yesterday. But I'll take that assist and take the L all day.
Yeah, you needed the extra goal from McDavid. He ends with just 1-1. Liam, that assist from McDavid was remarkable. Do you want to talk about the assist, or do you want to talk about Ryan McLeod's heater?
I guess both are pretty nice at the moment. Obviously, Jay kind of covered the McDavid one. Like, you don't see a lot of guys just kind of hold it up so long. Like, most guys just, I got a score here. I'm one-on-one. Like,
especially shorthanded.
Yeah, but to do all that stuff just shows how intelligent of a player Connor McDavid is, which we obviously know. But yeah, Ryan McLeod. I thought it was funny too. I didn't see the quote before the game, but just the Thomas Chabot quote where he said, all the offense just comes from McDavid and Draisaitl. Then we get goals from McLeod, Ryan, and Puljujarvi. That was nice to see. So
ask Calgary how it went when they went the one guy on us. Don't piss us off.
Yeah. So McLeod kind of just finding his rhythm now, right? This is kind of what we thought he was going to be at the start of the season, but hopefully he can just stay a bit more consistent even when he comes out of this heater.
Yeah, maybe he's still a sneaky 20-goal candidate for the Oilers this season, burying his 10th of the year. Derek Ryan got his 8th of the season. I think Waz has some sort of a deal where if Derek Ryan sets a new career high in goals, Waz has to buy a Derek Ryan jersey. So that's hilarious. We should all be rooting for Derek Ryan to get to 16.
How many goals does he need?
He needs 16. He's at 8. Still a long ways to go.
Still a long ways to go, but yeah.
Yeah.
But the trick is with Derek Ryan, he usually scores 2 or 3. Like he very rarely just snips in with 1. He usually gets double games.
Yeah, he is a multi-goal guy. Also, that was his first road goal of the season. His other 7 have all come at home. And it was also the Oilers' second shorthanded goal of the game as well. So the Oilers beat the Senators as they should have. But I want to talk about something that came down last night. Jakob Chychrun. Healthy scratched in Arizona for trade-related reasons. First off, the fact that Yotes just straight up come out and are like, yeah, no, we're sitting him for trade-related reasons. But then every kind of insider is like, I'm hearing there's nothing really that close. We've heard it's not the Oilers, which, depending on where you stand, is maybe a little disappointing. Frank Saravalli saying there's some legitimate smoke behind the LA Kings maybe being a fit for Jakob Chychrun. Jay, how pissed are you going to be if Chychrun goes to a division rival?
Well, I'll be pissed for sure. Like, I'll be pissed. We got to get past the traded line to find out the level of pissed that I will be.
Yeah.
Because what did we do instead? So does that make LA's defense better? Yes. Is LA kind of figuring it out all of a sudden again and now challenging in the Pacific? Yes. So like that's annoying. So like, what are we doing? And so I'm just going to reserve comment. But like I said, after the trade deadline, I'm going to be very salty or very elated. We'll find out.
Liam, what do you think about the Chychrun rumors?
You know what? I actually kind of never really been on the Chychrun train, but I did get very excited when they all started coming out. I was, what if it is the Oilers? And then there was the report it was, and then literally every other Oilers beat report was like, no, it is not the Oilers. But I'm kind of with Jay. Like, it's hard to really judge what my reaction will be. If I don't even know what the trade is right now, but if it comes out and it's like first, second, third, and then like 2 big prospects, I'm not going to be that upset that the Oilers didn't go and get him. It's just depending on, but if it comes back and it's like a Tarasenko kind of deal, I'm going to be like, okay, Ken, like, why couldn't you figure out how to do that too? Like, he's a good player. Like, I know we've kind of spoke about this similar players on the Oilers, but he would make them better. But the value has always been the thing for me that's kind of turned me away.
If we go and get Karlsson and we didn't get Chychrun, I'll be so pissed. Because the acquisition cost of Karlsson's insane, and the term is insane, and the cap hit number is insane.
Well, so I was thinking about that too, because Chris Johnston yesterday, it was obviously after our show during the game, puts out that the Oilers have re-engaged with Jakob Chychrun. And I kind of wonder in hindsight if maybe that isn't tied to Karlsson. I wonder if maybe those aren't tied together. Like the Oilers kind of heard the Yotes were getting close. The Oilers made their last good offer. And, oh no, Crawford does not like the idea of acquiring Erik Karlsson.
No, she doesn't like the acquisition cost, especially when Chychrun was available. She was walking around pissed in the corner. Now she's coming back to join the show.
I just wonder if maybe it wasn't a little bit of a bluff. I just still look at that Karlsson deal, and I don't really understand how it could work. Like, he's so expensive. They don't want to keep money. And if you're the Oilers, the only way to get him is to lose a piece off your active roster, off your blue line. So, like, do you really want to give up Barry and 2 firsts to have an $8 million Karlsson for the next 4 years? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's
last year would have given you Karlsson and a first for taking him.
Yeah. So I think you're tying yourself to a really expensive contract. Like, if Karlsson was a rental, if he was a UFA at the end of the year and the Sharks were like, yeah, we're keeping half his money, I would be giving up a ton to get him. But it's just that term and the fact that you'd have to move out so much salary in the process. I would worry about disrupting a good thing here. Like, he is that good. And if the deal's right, I'm in on it. But I'm just not sure how the deal could possibly be right. Like, even if you were to move out Foegele and Puljujarvi, that's $5.75 million. You're not even there yet. You're going to have to move another piece on top of that. So
he has to be half retained like that to absorb that term. And like, how do you do that? You definitely need a third team. So, like, how much are you really spending? Because you got to, like, filter it down to get it to the number that you need it at.
Yep. 100%. So that's the trade talk update. We're going to have more on that next week. Frank Saravalli, as always, will join the show. Let's chat a little bit more about the hockey game coming up today, though. The Montreal Canadiens are coming off a win last night in overtime against the New York Islanders. They are 4-5-1 in their last 10 games. They are 12-14-1 at home this season. Edmonton has actually been one of the better road teams in the league with a 17-7-2 record. The Habs played yesterday. They started Sam Montembeault yesterday. That means Jake Allen is going to get the start this morning for the Montreal Canadiens. In his last 5 games, he has allowed 25 goals, a goals against average of 5 over his last 5 games. Part of that is because he allowed 9 against the Washington Capitals, so that'll kind of mess with your numbers a little bit. But then it was 3, 4, 4, and 5. It's not been going well for Jake Allen as of late. This is also it's going to be his first game since January 31. So the Habs coming out of their bye week and Jake Allen making his first start in almost 12 days. So that right there, I'll just jump in. That's my short forward giant key to victory. It's going to be pepper Jake Allen and make his life miserable. This dude has not been playing very good hockey this year. His goals against average on the year is north of 3.5. I think you got to make life miserable for Jake Allen. That's my big key.
Yeah, didn't the last time these two played, it was like just a penalty fest? Like, didn't they? There wasn't like multiple 5-on-3s and goals and stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember, honestly. I know that was a disappointing one, right? Yeah, you're right. The Oilers had like 4 or 5 minutes straight of like a 5-on-3. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess my key to the game is just kind of capitalize on the power plays you get. I think Montreal's penalty kill is one of the worst in the NHL, if I remember from putting the stats in. Yep. So just able to capitalize on that stuff, like, you're going to be way better than the Montreal Canadiens. So look like you're way better than the Montreal Canadiens is my key.
Jay, your key?
You know, I think just bring the same level of effort that they did last night, especially up front. I felt, like I said, like, the way they played yesterday, I know we're playing the Ottawa Senators and today we're playing the Canadiens, but you felt like they were playing hard enough to win, and they won by a decent margin. So just bring that same level of effort tonight, get that W, book it to the plane, get to Edmonton in time, and enjoy your Super Bowl party.
You didn't hear the reports?
No.
The Oilers, from what I've heard, have been told they can stay in Montreal for their Super Bowl party, I believe. So that's maybe a little bit.
That should be the rule. If they win.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that's your motivation right there. You know, the organization says, hey, you guys can hang out in Montreal. And again, this is just what I'm hearing. I could very well be wrong, but I heard the team was told you can stay in Montreal and throw a massive Super Bowl party, and we'll fly back Monday morning because they don't play again until Wednesday or Tuesday, I believe.
Oh, wow. This might change how I want to attack the betting.
Really? You want to go harder on the Oil now?
Yeah, this might be a win by -2.5.
I think it might too. Jake Allen, last time he played the Oilers, gave up 5 goals on 22 shots. He's been brutal as of late. There are a ton of signs pointing towards this Oilers team being very motivated tonight. Also, Edmonton tends to play really good on the second of back-to-backs. I don't know why they beat Vegas in January on the second of back-to-backs when they had to, again, play Jack Campbell in both those games. Now at least you're going to be able to go to your other guy, Stuart Skinner.
Hey, stop. Hey. Jack Campbell has earned our respect.
When I was just talking about how you played Jack Campbell in both games last time, and
but I thought you were
won.
using that like in a negative way.
Because the odds of you winning are better if you have a fresh goalie in the second game.
But that's fair. But we believe in Jack Campbell now.
Sure. Okay. You talked about how you're going to attack this game from a betting perspective. Let's get to our Betway Big Bet Challenge. Jay, the only one still without a win when it comes to our challenge.
Just if Connor gets that goal, it's a completely different universe right now we're talking about.
Yeah, that was like
I've dug a hole. I will admit it. I've dug a hole, and now I'm going to just slowly claw my way back out.
So I am going with Leon Draisaitl to get a goal and an assist. It's a very juicy plus 187, courtesy of our friends at Betway. I'm absolutely hammering this one. I think Draisaitl was hungry and motivated yesterday, and I think he's itching to find the back of the net. Plus 187. I'm 3-0, looking to go 4-0. Liam, what do you like?
I went with the McDavid and Draisaitl to score, and apparently I already assumed that Jay was going to lose today and made him.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, that's shade. Like, I get it. I'm getting the Jack Campbell early season treatment here.
Yeah,
I believe
scheduled
Jay.
loss. Jay, what do you like tonight? Why do you like Oilers and Leon?
Oh, well, as you tell, I'm the most conservative of the lot today. So I think Leon is he's back. I think he's probably going to score tonight. So I just went very conservative because I wasn't sure. This could be a shutout night. So I wasn't sure if I should lump in and pair in the over 6.5. So I got a little scared. Once again, I am snake bitten, so I'm letting that the fact that I'm on tilt affect my decisions. So I just went simple money line and try to get 2 points. I just feel like those are 2 automatic outcomes.
I like it.
And it was plus money, which is my brand.
We are all rolling with the big dogs this afternoon, this morning, as the Oilers take on the Montreal Canadiens. B Clean says whoever makes the graphics is just rubbing it in. Yeah, that's definitely a shot from Liam. Maybe that's the motivation you need, Jay, to turn it around in terms of this challenge.
It's like when you piss off Connor or piss off the Oilers by saying they're only one guy.
Yeah.
Pissed off. I am just one guy.
Crawford is making some noise as well.
She's amped. She knows she's getting antsy. She knows puck drops in 6 minutes. And she's like, why am I in the basement when I know the game's upstairs?
Yeah. All right. We talked about the Super Bowl already. We got that covered. Shout out to our friends at Betway. 19+. Please play responsibly. I am going hard on some of their boosted bets today for the Super Bowl. It is going to be a fantastic sports day. Oilers and Habs is coming up in less than 10 minutes. Edmonton looking for their 12th straight game with a point. It's going to be a good one. Shout out to our friends at Sherwood for the Giant. Also, Montana's. Next week, we are upping the stakes in our Montana's gift card giveaway, so keep it locked on our social. Sherwood for the Giant. More info in the description. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Enjoy the game.